from beautiful Melbourne, Florida, Plumbing with Tim presents Thirsty Thursday. Hey everybody, welcome. Tonight we have a great show in front of us. I hope you're going to stick around for a few minutes while I answer questions from you, the viewer, as well as frequently asked questions I get from my customers. They've been coming in left and right, so let's head over to the desk and we'll get cracking. Hey, welcome. We're back, everybody. This is Thirsty Thursday edition of Plumbing with Tim, and I'm about ready to field my top 3 questions I got for the week, so let's go check them out. So our first question this evening comes in from a Mr. Gary. Gary wants to know, I'm a new guy around the plumbing shop that I just got hired to, and I keep hearing the plumbers talk about Stillson wrenches. It's a big joke because nobody wants to tell me. What the heck is this kind of wrench? That's a good question, Gary. A Stillson wrench these days is known as the modern day pipe wrench. You can find Stillson wrenches if you really look for them hard enough, maybe at a Harbor Freight or something like that, order them as a novelty online. But the Stillson wrench was actually the first design of what we know today as a pipe wrench or a monkey wrench or whatever you want to call it. Back in 1869, Daniel C. Stillson out of Cambridge, Massachusetts, worked in a local mechanic shop and came up with the idea for this type of wrench and got that copyright. Since then, the idea took off, and a Peter Johansson out of Sweden actually has the most recent patent for what is called the adjustable wrench or the pipe wrench. So there's your question. Now you know what they're talking about when they're talking about the Stillson wrench. Okay, so this is our second question of the evening, and this question came in from a Mr. Lee State. And he actually left this question on a recent video that I put out on the top 12 plumbing tools you must have as being a plumber. And Lee wants to know, first of all, he says, thank you for the video, Tim. You're very welcome, and thanks for watching. I've been thinking of getting into the plumbing trade for some time now, but as for someone who has very limited experience with plumbing, mostly simply household stuff like unplugging sinks and toilets and helping my father install a new water heater and septic tank motor, etc., it's hard figuring out where to start. There are colleges offering pre-apprenticeships plumbing programs, but I see a lot of skepticism about these programs on the web. It would be very kind of you if you could offer me advice on where to start. Well, by the sounds of it, Lee, sounds like you're on the right path. I mean, you know, it sounds like you've worked on a septic tank motor and unclogged a toilet and a sink and a water heater and stuff. That's great because that gives you a foot in the door. Next thing you need to do is take those tools that I've been talking to you about and a bag with the tools in it and head down to your local plumbing company and ask them if they need some help. What's the worst thing they can say? No? Go to another company. Somebody's going to pick you up. That's your best way to get your foot in the door. They're going to put you on a van with a plumber and you're going to have the toughest year or two of your life, but you're going to learn all the basic skills that you need to move yourself into the apprenticeship and on to journeyman. So that's where I would start. That would be my big thing to do. If you don't feel comfortable going down to a plumbing company, find yourself a local community that needs a maintenance technician and go in there and start learning some of your plumbing skills and brush them up. Then go over and see if you can pick up a job at a local plumbing company. Any more questions like that, feel free to ask me. Thank you, Lee. Alright, so it's last call here on Thirsty Thursday edition of Plumbing with Tim. Final featured question comes in from a Mr. Mark Butler. Mark Butler. Scout for Life. Hey, how you doing? Thanks for chiming in. Appreciate it. He asked a question from last week's show. Remember, don't forget to go over to his channel, Scout for Life, and subscribe. A great guy out of Trinidad. You're going to love him. So he asked a question. He said, Dear Tim, I live in a place where the water pressure varies from 0 to fire pump on a daily basis. Is there something I can fit to the system to stop the pressure bursting plastic pipe fittings, etc. when the pressure peaks? Absolutely. First of all, before you did anything, wherever you get your water from, if it's from a municipality and it's like city water, I'd give them guys a call and ask them, look, is there something going on with your pump system? Are you in an area that you have a water tower? I just put a video out this last week about water pressure and how water towers create that pressure for different communities. Ask your neighbors around and see if they have the same kind of issue. But before you go too far, I would go down to your local plumbing supply, whatever it is, whoever it is, and ask them if they can hook you up with a pressure regulating valve. What is this? A pressure regulating valve is installed to your home on your water main coming in before it reaches any of your fixtures in your house or any kind of other pipes. What this does is it allows you to regulate and dial in the amount of pressure that you want to receive to the rest of your home. Okay, as it for dropping out, that may be another problem, but at least this is going to control the amount of peak pressure that's flying through your house, causing pipes to burst and stuff. A pressure regulating valve. Mark, it's always good to hear from you. Great question. I'll see you on the flip side. All right, well, that's all the time we have for today. Damn. Thanks so much for stopping by. You guys made my day with all these awesome questions. Don't forget, if you got a question that you want answered here on the show, make sure to drop down and leave them in the comments for me. While you're at it, give me a thumbs up, share it with a friend, and make sure to subscribe. Until next time, this has been a great evening. Thirsty Thursday edition of Plumbing with Tim. I'm out of here.